Hello everyone, welcome to the Complete Christian. My name is Chidi. If you're new to the channel, please take our time to like, share, subscribe. You know what to do, so please do that. So in today's video, we're talking about capital punishment. Is it biblical? As Christians, is it biblical to support capital punishment? For people who don't know what capital punishment it means, if someone commits murder, for them to be killed, if they kill someone else, basically murder, not self-defense, but like if you murder someone, is it biblical for us to support for that person to be killed? So that's a topic that has divided, Christianity. A lot of people feel like we should lean on the side of forgiveness and rehabilitation. A lot of people, lean on the side of, if you kill a life because it's precious, that life needs to be avenged and stuff like that. So what does the Bible say? That's basically the question. So I'm gonna splice in a video I did, a Bible study I did with my friend Udeme, and it's the study on Noah and where God made a covenant with Noah and his family. So there's a section where God, this topic of capital punishment was mentioned. So we'll go in there and we'll have a look and see what the Bible says about capital punishment.
So ASV says, and your lifeblood I will require, and for your lifeblood I will require a reckoning. From every beast I will require it, and from man. From his fellow man I will require a reckoning for the life of a man. So yeah, so I think this is basically the introduction of capital punishment for people who believe that as Christians we're not supposed to be in support of capital punishment. That is when someone kills another human.
Yeah.
That we should just forgive, maybe send them to jail, but don't kill them, So really, God is in support of capital punishment because it says, I will require the punishment from any man or animal that kills a man. Okay? So anybody that kills anybody, that person should be killed. So also, there's something else to pick out from here. Apart from the fact that God requires capital punishment, that means if you kill someone, you need to be killed as well. There's something else that needs to be picked out. It says, from his fellow man, I will require a reckoning for the life of man. So someone has been killed, but God will use his fellow man to require that judgment. Right? So that means God will use human representatives to hold people accountable for killing someone. That's where the government comes in. To if somewhere in I don't remember one of the episodes where Paul was saying that the governor does not bear the sword in vain. Does not bear the sword in vain. But is there to put terror in the heart of the wrongdoers.
Let me read what Amplified Version says. This one is very interesting. It said, for your lifeblood, I will most certainly require an accounting. From every animal that kills a person, I will require it. So God takes life very serious. And from every man's brother, that is, anyone who murders, I will require the life of man. Now the verse 6 here now covers what you just raised. Now it says, whoever sheds man's blood unlawfully, by man, then they now put into bracket, which is judicial government, shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God, he made man. You get that?
Yeah.
Now, let's not forget that the fact that some people are not held accountable for their evil doings doesn't mean that God didn't sentence. They are not sentenced. We have scenarios where people have rigged the system in such a way that the judicial government that's supposed to pass the law is hereby not is not doing that for certain reasons. You know, all of that, you know, in quote, we capture all of that under corruption. You know, but that doesn't mean that God will not execute his judgment. So as believers, when we see things happening, don't think the wicked. That's why the Bible says you should never envy the wicked, because he will not go unpunished. So yeah, I just thought I should read it. This kind of captures exactly what you just raised now, because it talks about that judicial government serving as a body to execute judgment upon an unlawful
taking of life. Yeah.
Taking of life.
Yeah, that's very good. So something else we should remember, you know, no matter what, you know, if someone kills someone, the Bible does not allow us to revenge, you know, but it allows the representatives of the government to avenge that person. So if someone does something to me, I'm not supposed to revenge, but I can go through, I can redress the issue, or someone can redress the issue on my behalf using the government. Okay. And then the next thing to ask ourselves, why? Why is it that God is saying that, you know, if you kill someone, that you need capital punishment needs to be, you know, enacted on you? Why? You know, he says it there. For God made man in his own image, right? So that means, first of all, this is the pinnacle of God's creation, very precious in God's eye. The life of man is precious in God's eyes. So that means, you know, it basically is an attack on God. Is an attack on God to take a life that he created. He's the one that owns the life. He has the right to take it. No one else has the right to take a life, because you did not create it. The only person that has the right to take a life is the one that created the life. So if you did not create the life, you don't have that right, you know? So it's an affront to God. It's an attack on God's sovereignty. You know, so when I was in uni, we did the criminal law, and the definition of theft is the appropriation of property belonging to another with the intention to permanently deprive that person. You know? Yeah. So this property, which is the life of man, belongs to God, but you appropriated it. You used it as if it's your own, with the intention of depriving. So you've taken that life without it belonging to you. So it's an affront on God. So God obviously takes that seriously. So that's why us Christians should support. I support capital punishment, you know, because it's there in the Bible. God is an affront on God's creation. So if you take a life, your life should actually go for it.
So that's the video. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you disagree, let me know also. Just put in your scripture references if you disagree, and we can have a dialogue in the comment section. So yeah, so like I always say, fear God and keep his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.